Hey, you're not supposed to be down here. Official business only. Oh, my mistake then. Sorry, you can go on ahead.
You like it in there, Mr. Dragonfly, don't you? I hope you have enough air.
Need a drink? You go to the Bee and Barb. Stay out of the Ragged Flagon. Stay out of the Ratway.
Come to kill me at last, have you? Thank the gods. I can bear the guilt no longer. I know I must die. Beware, though. My newfound honor demands I defend myself. I am in no mood for jokes. Strike me down. Take your revenge. You don't remember? That is my fault also. I am your so-called friend Inigo. I was the one who killed you. I tried anyway. I am guilty. Kill me. After I shot you, I finally realized my mistake and tried to turn myself in. Your body was gone. The guards did not believe me. They said I was wasting their time. I had to pay them to put me in this cell. It is where I belong. I needed to repent. I need to repent. I heard tales of a remarkable adventurer, both brave and resourceful, matching your description. I knew it was you. It had to be. I knew you would be coming for me, so I waited. Are you going to kill me, or not? I see that I must relive it again. Your memory is not what it was. We met on a job. The killing kind. We were hired by a lord called Dupin to kill his brothers. With them gone, Dupin would inherit a great fortune and promised us much gold in return. Do you remember none of this? Before we left, Dupin told me that if only one of us returned from our mission, that one would get the other's reward also. I was hooked on skooma at the time, and I had a bit of a debt problem. So... I tried. That is what matters. It was not an easy choice. We only knew each other for a short time, but I had grown to like and respect you. We got on well and fought bravely side by side. I threw all that away for gold and skooma. No, Dupin was murdered by his sister before I made it back to his keep. Our deal died with him. Money is an evil like no other, my friend. It is only just that I die at your hand. No, I am done with this stuff. I want to die with my senses intact. Kill me now. I am ready. I fight with you? Or die defending you? Yes, I accept. I feel lighter in my heart now you have given me this opportunity. It will be like old times. Do not joke about such things, my friend. The sadness I feel for what I have done is brutal enough. For now. I'm thinking this jail will be my home until I die, or until I repay my debt to you. I'm thinking the guards here are all blind, deaf fools. Don't worry, they didn't hear me say that. I'm afraid not. What is on your mind? What would you have me do? How can I help you, my friend?
Hello there. Just thought I'd introduce myself. I'm
Good
Lucien.
idea. Hey there, Lucien. My name is Inigo. Very pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too, Inigo. I think we're going to make a great team.
Yes, I am sure we will.
You don't sound very convinced.
Well, you seem a little,
A little what? Well educated? Well dressed? Wealthy?
weak. I mean no offense. I am sure you will be fine.
Fine? You're sure I'll be fine? Gosh, thanks for the vote of confidence, Inigo.
Forget I said anything. Sorry, Julian.
It's Lucien.
Lucien, yes. What did I say?
Julian?
My apologies.
Apology accepted. Right then, Indigo. Let's get back to it, shall we?
It is Inigo, not Indigo.
Exactly.
Point taken. I do not know about your skill with a blade, but your intellect is clearly sharper than most. Glad to have you with us,
Lucien!
Lucien, yes, Lucien. I am sorry.
You're doing it on purpose now.
Whatever you say. You're the boss. It will be done. Whatever you say. Fair enough. Whatever you say.
Must you push like that?
Let us move on. Something on your mind? You have my full attention. I like talking about myself. I am very interesting. My fur bristles when a thunderstorm is on the way. A witch once turned me into a dragonfly. I got better. Sand and sun is not for me. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really Khajiit at all. I'm picky about what I read, but I do enjoy a good book. I like the simple things in life. Sitting in a warm bar, the company of a beautiful woman, bashing a giant spider in the face. I'm not a heavy drinker. Violence is my only remaining vice. Machines are interesting, but I do not trust them. Taking the scenic route is my style. I'm all for risk and adventure, but why throw yourself off a cliff for no reason? One day I hope to learn how to fight underwater. I just can't seem to do it. When no one is watching, I sometimes chase my tail. Silly tail. One day when I have fully repaid my debts, I hope to build my own home, somewhere in the Rift. One-handed weapons suit me very much. They leave a hand free to perform rude gestures. I hate pickpockets. Those who pick my pocket anyway. My least favorite place in Skyrim is anywhere the dead still walk. And Windhelm. If you turn around and I am not there, do not worry. I will catch up eventually. Sometimes a man needs a little privacy. I've been practicing. I can defeat almost any lock as long as I have a pick to break. Every time I accidentally snap one, I picture a spider's leg. I have traveled to many places. As a result, my accent is eclectic. If we ever find ourselves in the Bard's College, remind me to share some songs with you. Remember to take a seat though. I like a focused audience. I can hack a foe's head from their shoulders with one blow. It is not boasting, it is just a fact. Ugly is a state of mind. I hate ugly minds. I have no knack for magic, I'm afraid. I'm very stealthy, if need be. I like to have a full quiver. You can never have too many arrows. Rabbits are not all they seem. Believe me, I found out the hard way. I like Skyrim very much, to oblivion with those who don't. I can talk without moving my lips. My first and only attempt with magic did not end well. I am still deaf in one ear and a little blurry in one eye. I am taller though. I hate racism. This land is full of it. We all laugh and bleed and love, don't we? I have many thoughts, all of my own. Many are fleeting though. Better catch them while you can. I do not like chickens or rabbits. Why? I'd rather not talk about it. My foster mother was Khajiit, but my foster father was Argonian. Some found their union hard to understand. They were just mother and father to me. I like looking good. Sometimes that means being naked. You have to work best with what you have. After exploring many ruins here, I have become good at avoiding most traps. Poison, spikes, and fire do not agree with me. I'm not scared of ghosts, but the Walking Dead chill my blood. Maybe one day I will leave myself for good, but not yet. I still have much blood to repay. My time as a bandit taught me very little. It was a means to an end. Sick people attract their own kind. My favorite weapon is the bow. There is nothing for me in my homeland now. This is where my heart says I should be. Hello, my name is Inigo, and I am a recovering skooma addict. I like a little bit of lollygagging. My thumbs are not quite the same length. Never feed a slaughterfish your lunch. They will not be satisfied. Some people say they don't like me because the color of my fur. I don't like ignorant racist bigots, so I guess we're even. I'm pretty handy in a fight, even if I do say so myself. By fighting at your side, I believe I now walk a better path. I hate the way chickens look at me, like they know what I've done. It has been said I have the voice of a lark that is on fire and is being eaten by a mud crab. I'm not the best judge of character. I will let you decide who deserves to die. Some people say I talk too much. Maybe it is true, but when we are up to something sneaky, I will always shut my mouth. My favorite smell is green. My heart swells at the sight of natural beauty. How many soul gems can you fit in your mouth? My record is 3. My favorite color is blue. The first time I went to the Bee and Barb, that maven woman pinched my bottom. I am not just a piece of meat. My parents used to read to me in bed. I used to pretend I was ill so I could hear more tales of adventure. I still love a good story. When I am alone traveling the land, I often talk and sing to myself. I am good company. I've never ran from combat. It will no doubt be the death of me. My senses rule me. If something smells good, I cannot resist. I hate those giant black chittering insects you get here. They make my eyes hurt and my fur stand on end. My honor is very important to me. I love archery. I once shot a man's hat off at 60 paces. If he hadn't ducked, I would have got his head. I am done with skooma. It has caused many regretful choices. I love killing spiders. They are so satisfying to squash. It sounds strange when I say it out loud. My mother called me Sky and my brother Sun because of our colorings. I look like a blue sky with clouds. My brother was golden and a bit round. You can trust me to carry your gear. I am very strong and discreet. My fleas keep me company when I'm alone. They are quite funny when you get to know them. Apparently, I taste good. If you want to get to know me better, we can always sit in an inn and have a chat. I like your voice almost as much as mine. My favorite place in Skyrim is Riften, without a doubt. It smells perfect. I like eating trout and walks in the dark. Some folks seem to have a magical never-ending supply of arrows. I have no such enchantments working on me, unfortunately. I don't get cold very easily. If you dislike my idle chatter, give me the necklace of muffle tongue to wear. I will take it as a subtle hint that I should shut up. Unlike most Khajiit, I have never spoken about myself in the third person. I guess it is how I was raised. There is much about me I do not know. I do not like chickens or rabbits. Why? I'd rather not talk about it. Fire away. My brother and I never knew our real parents. We were found abandoned in a smelly shack by a soldier on his way to battle. We melted his heart with our fuzzy little faces, and he carried us to the nearest town. He deposited us at an orphanage, and that is where we spent most of our childhood. My brother and I were adopted by a couple of retired assassins. I guess the orphanage did not do a family background check. Mine was perhaps a little more unconventional than most, but I suppose all childhoods are interesting to some degree. My parents provided me with love and encouragement. Apart from the nightly training sessions, we were a normal family. I was bullied by the other Khajiit children because of my unusual color and markings. My mother showed me a handy trick with a rock and a glove. I was never bothered again. Yes, bullies should not be tolerated. They soon learned that being different is not a weakness. My father showed my brother and I how to use a sword. My mother taught us the bow. Happy childhood memories. I grew up in Riverhold, not far from Cyrodiil. My brother and I headed for the Imperial City to find our fortune when we came of age. I found love, for a time at least. My brother found death. Well, now that I think about it, maybe it was not love. It was brief and, as it turned out, one-sided. Anyway, all that happened later. I will come to that soon. There is a little more to hear first. My mother and father are both gone. They died protecting a trading caravan a few years back. I guess I am an orphan again. I suppose they were a bit of an odd couple, being an Argonian and a Khajiit, but they adored each other, and us. Despite their previous profession, they were good people. That means a great deal. Thank you. My brother and I found much work as sellswords. We never made it to the Imperial City, but we made a lot of coin. A bit of giant killing here, a bit of witch slaying there. We took gold when it was offered, but sometimes we worked for nothing. It is hard to deny those in need, whether they have coin or not. We made more than enough from those who could pay anyway. All over Cyrodiil, from the Gold Coast to the Gerald Mountains. It is a wonderful land, but quite tame compared to Skyrim. Those were happy times, traveling or working during the day, camping out under the stars at night. Life was good. I awoke one morning to a lot of noise outside our tent. My brother staggered in, bleeding, and pushed our father's sword into my hand. He said that if I loved him, I would run. He used the last of his strength to rip out the back of the tent and push me down the slope beyond. Some Khajiit-hating locals had blamed us for a spate of robberies in the area, and had decided to take the matter into their own hands. 12 of them had snuck up on us in the night. My brother died, but I live because of him. Yes, that morning I lost all that was dear to me. Unfortunately, I also uncovered a side of myself I never knew existed. Every day, my friend. Every day. His name was Fergus. I miss him very much, but part of me is glad he did not witness what became of me after his passing. Maybe you are right. It is a nice thought, but I suppose I will never know. I was recruited by a group of bandits a few years ago. That is when I discovered skooma. It was the beginning of a lot of nastiness. I was with a bandit girl for a while. Turns out she was using me. She wanted protection, not affection. As soon as she found someone more psychopathic, I was dropped like a sack of troll dung. I thought I did. We dulled each other's pain somewhat. She seemed like the only bright thing in a very dark place. Regrettably, she was a vicious, manipulative harpy. I left the bandits and took the only ally I had with me. He was also an addict, but we thought we had it under control. His name was Felix. He was a big fellow, good in his scrap. We became mercenaries together. After a few months, Felix and I had made a little gold, but our addiction to skooma was getting in the way. No one trusts an addict, my friend. Especially not another addict. There is not much to tell. He never spoke about his past, but it was clear he had also been through a great deal before becoming a bandit. That life did not seem to suit him. He had been an educated man at some point, I am sure of it. He was violent, but he had retained some dim vestige of honor. I wish we had met under different circumstances. From time to time my body does, but my mind is made up. I am never touching this stuff again. It helped me smother some painful memories, but it took my sense and reason as payment. It was not a fair trade. One day Felix burst into my chamber. Instinct took over and I reacted. His murder was my second to last step on the road of dishonor. Trying to kill you was my last. My journal tells the rest. Read it if you want. I do not enjoy speaking of these things. That is my story. Not a happy one, but maybe the happy stuff is still to come. All right. I must warn you, if you give me a sweet roll, I will make it disappear. Okay then.
Is it daylight out? Night? I lose track down here.